Welcome everyone to the conversation. Hello. So we are going to be talking about how to find new customers. We're going to talk about doing market research, as well as ways to use social media and all that fun stuff in order to build your customer base. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and hop in because we actually do have a lot of slides to cover. Like a handful more than usual. So this is the agenda for today. We're going to do a brief introduction into who I am. We're going to do an overview of the topic, and then we're going to go into the sales tips. I actually didn't even know whether to title them sales tips or marketing tips or strategies, but we're going to get to the content right after the overview, and then we'll have an opportunity for Q&A. All right. So let's get started. Introduction. I am Cyd Mitchell, and that's me with straight hair. And I went to the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill's Keenan Flagler Business School, as well as I went there for undergrad. And I focused on accounting, and I got my master's in accounting. And so everything that I do in this industry is focused on business, marketing, numbers and accounting, bookkeeping, and that type of stuff. After I graduated, I went on to work for PricewaterhouseCoopers, which is one of the largest public accounting firms, and extended on in my career to going into expense analytics, as well as financial statements analysis, and a whole bunch of other things related to numbers. But I found my passion with helping folks in the food industry understand how to start and grow profitable foodie businesses. So that's where that below the line on this slide comes in. This is my life after being in the corporate world. So I went on to start SweetFest, which is the little pink icon, and SweetFest started as an Instagram page, but then rolled over into a blog and providing resources to folks for learning more about business, as well as the Sugar Queen Academy, which is our online learning platform where you can find business content and trainings for, figuring out how to write your contracts and doing your order forms, which of course now we have through Castiron, and a whole host of other things as well to help you with getting started and organized in your business. On to the four little green bubbles. If you can't tell, I love circles. Is the Ultimate Sugar Show, which is our baking and sweets trade show that happens in Atlanta, Georgia. And then, of course, I am the business blogger and business columnist for American Cake Decorating, as well as Retail Bakers of America. And then I contribute to Pastry Arts Magazine by being one of their contributors in their live summit as well every summer. So, and then of course, I am one of the brand partners with Castiron, one of the ambassadors with Castiron. And I've just really enjoyed hosting these sessions with you guys, making sure that you have the tools that you need in order to succeed with your online stores that you are building on Castiron to be able to make some money. All right. In the background, you guys can't see her, but Emily is here. She'll probably pop in at the very end and help with any questions that you guys may have, as well as she is the resource for if you have any questions with setting up your website on Castiron. If you're not familiar with Castiron, that's okay. We're going to talk a little bit about it right now. It is basically an online platform to help you with selling your baked goods, treats, and any other like home-based business products. It actually can even still be used from some storefront businesses as well, but it is definitely geared towards food industry businesses. It helps you with being able to collect custom orders, as well as like a standard order. Like, let's say you have a standard dozen vanilla cupcakes. People can place those orders on your Castiron website, as well as if you do like birthday cakes or wedding cakes, where it's something that requires a little bit more customization, you can do that on your Castiron store as well. And Emily is available to help you guys with getting things set up on your store as well. I promise it doesn't really take that long to do. I did it let's see, almost a year ago, and I created a store just kind of from scratch, just off of the top of my head. And with you guys watching, it took me about 10 or 15 minutes to do it, even though, I don't really have a store, but that's the whole point. It was to showcase how easy it is. So all that to say, check out Castiron. If you are watching this either live or watching the replay on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe and get notifications for Castiron HQ as well as the Sugar Coin Academy. We're posting new content on both of the channels all the time. Usually the replays from these sessions are provided on the Castiron YouTube channel, as well as there's a whole playlist, right? There's a whole playlist of the sessions that we've done previously. I think we're up to like number 8 or 9 now. So it's a ton of content out there. That's literally, you could be in the kitchen for a full day and just listen to the playlist and be able to learn so much. The overview for today's session. As a business owner in the food industry, you are likely always looking for new customers to grow your business. I've never heard anyone say, I don't want any new customers right now. This is not a doctor's office. We want new business, okay? The purpose of this session is to provide you with strategies and tools to find new customers and expand your customer base. Okay, by using the 5 tips, we're going to discuss 5 tips today, discussed in this session, you will be better equipped to attract new customers, retain existing ones, and take your food business to the next level. Okay. Like I said, there is a playlist already built out on the Castiron YouTube channel. Let's see, we have 7, 8, so this should be number 9. So yeah, definitely check those out when you get a chance and watch through all the different topics. We have covered things from building your description for your products to be able to sell better, as well as mistakes that you may be making that is slowing down your business. We talked about packaging ideas to help during the holidays. We even talked about, spring sales ideas as well for spring celebrations. So there's a lot of content already out there. So definitely make sure that you watch the replays if you've missed any of them. And even if you don't watch them, just listening to them in the background also will help as well. So the first tip is to define your target market. All right, define your target market. As a food business owner, it's crucial to identify and define your target market so that you can tailor your marketing efforts to their specific needs as well as their preferences. To define your target market, you need to consider factors such as age, gender, location, income, lifestyle, the whole gamut of what the demographics are. Okay, so you need to keep those in mind when you're trying to nail down your target market. Okay, this information will help you create targeted marketing campaigns that will be more effective in reaching your desired customers, aka your target market. And this actually brings me back into the mindset of all the targeted ads that I get on my social media, specifically Instagram. I feel like they have nailed down who I am as far as what products I may be interested in. But I will say one of the things that they hardly ever get right is the location. And that is a really big deal. If you're going to be spending money on ads, you want to make sure that you nail down your location. If you are in Atlanta, Georgia, you shouldn't be sending out ads, pushing your ads and spending your ad money on people who are in New York who have no business coming to your location in Atlanta. That's just a waste of money. So also, like I said, age, gender, location, income, lifestyle, those are important pieces into figuring out who your market is so that you can be effective in your marketing campaigns. Okay. It's important to know your audience because you'll be able to create messaging and better campaigns that are relevant to them, resulting in higher engagement and higher conversion rates. So basically, if you know your audience, then you can nail down exactly what you should say, and those people will engage with that content at a higher rate than people who are not interested in it. Okay. To research and identify your target market, you can use a variety of tools such as online surveys, focus groups, customer feedback, and other market analysis. All right. So reaching out in your Facebook groups, reaching out within your email distribution, even when you're in your own public events, which we will talk about later, then you can try to nail down exactly who it is that is interested in your content, into your products. Okay. These tools will help you understand your customers' needs, preferences, behaviors, and pain points. And the pain points is important because then you'll know exactly how you can meet the needs that they have, because those pain points are the things that they need to have resolved. Those are the problems that they need solutions for, and you can provide that solution. Okay. For example, if you make birthday cakes, you might identify busy parents as your target market and create marketing campaigns that emphasize the convenience and quality of your cakes for family celebrations and milestones. Once you've defined and researched your target market, you can use this information to create marketing campaigns that speak directly to your audience using language and imagery that resonates with them. So we were just talking about having birthday cakes and identifying parents. Well, seeing happy children with birthday cakes and at a birthday party is definitely going to connect with busy parents that are looking for birthday cakes for their children. Use social media. That's the next step. Use social media. As you're aware, social media is an essential tool for finding new customers and growing your business in the food industry. If you have listened to any of the videos that we've done in the past, or if you've been connected with me on social media, you know how big of a deal I feel like social media is. It is a really big tool that you should be using to find new customers. By creating engaging and informative social media accounts, you can reach a broader audience and build a community of loyal followers who are interested in your products. When it comes to social media platforms, some of the best for food industry include Instagram, of course, we all love Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Pinterest. And I will say, I was very skeptical of TikTok when it first came out. I was not trying to be doing dance moves to, kind of promote my business, but it caught on. And even now, the future of TikTok in the US is definitely up in question. So there's definitely social media platforms that are good fits, at least for now. We don't know where they're going to be in the future, but you can use them to your advantage now as they are available. Instagram is particularly useful for food businesses because it allows you to showcase visually appealing photos and videos of your products while using hashtags to increase your visibility. And I can't emphasize enough how big of a deal hashtags and geotagging are to being found on Instagram. Instagram uses those kind of indicators to help put you out in front of the audience that will be interested in the content that you provide. And so make sure that you are adding in that content, the hashtags, as well as tagging your location so that the right people can find your content. Facebook historically has been a great platform for building a community and engaging with your followers. Now, I will say Facebook has definitely been hit or miss over the past few years because of their changes in the algorithm, because of their pay-to-play kind of business model when it comes to ads. But if you are building genuine, authentic connections with your followers within Facebook groups or on your platform, maybe going live and showcasing what's going on in your bakery or in your business, then definitely you have that opportunity to connect with people on a more kind of tribe level, all right, building that tribe and building that community. TikTok and Pinterest can be useful for creating and sharing videos and images that showcase your products in creative ways that inspire your audience to buy. I will tell you, TikTok and Pinterest are probably the top performing apps when it comes to getting a purchase, because people come to get inspired, they get ideas. And then, of course, if their favorite influencer has vouched for whatever the product is that you're selling, then you're pretty much golden. Okay. And we're going to talk a little bit more about what that kind of needs to connect to once you get off of the platform. Okay. We'll talk about that in a second. All right, to optimize your social media accounts, it's important to choose a consistent brand voice and aesthetic that aligns with your target audience. You should always make sure your profile information is complete and up to date, and you should use keywords and hashtags to make your account easier to find. So if you're, again, thinking about, connecting with parents who have children who are having birthdays and you want to provide those birthday cakes, then your aesthetic needs to be of images of people, children having fun, enjoying cakes and cupcakes and doing things family-friendly things, okay? And then once they get to your profile, you need to make sure that your information is up to date. They can easily get in contact with you. They can easily get to your website, and that you're connecting with them in the right ways with hashtags and keywords. When creating content for social media, it's important to focus on providing value to your audience. In the next session, which is going to be next month, we'll be digging deeper into social media content ideas and tips. So make sure that you mark your calendar for May 30th, because we will be talking about social media content ideas and sharing kind of tips to help you with figuring out what exactly you should post on your social media. We're going to go beyond the social media. All right. If we want to get new customers, we can't just stay on social media. We need to go outside of the box as well. I know we just discussed the importance of using social media to connect with new customers and build community with existing customers, but it's also very important to develop an online presence beyond social media. Having a website for your food business is essential for establishing a strong online presence, and websites make it easier for potential customers to find you online. Okay, so they found you on Instagram, they found you on TikTok or Pinterest, and then they come over to Google and they're like, what was the name of this beautiful bakery that sells these delicious cupcakes in Atlanta, Georgia? Right? So you want to be able to pop up on search. And that's going to come from having a website, not from having an Instagram page. It may come from having a Facebook page, but also they would have to like put in your name specifically if you want your Facebook page to pop up. If you want to organically pop up in Google search, as in best, cookies in Atlanta, then you need to have a website that connects the keywords Atlanta, the name of your bakery, and then the keyword bakery, okay, and cookies. Those all need to connect on your website, which of course you can get with Castiron. A well-designed website can help you showcase your products as well as your services, provide information about your business, and even allow customers to place orders online. And that's exactly what you want them to be able to do, because that's going to save you time from having to deal with DMs and managing emails back and forth and handling, orders over the phone. All right. So you want to be able to have an easy system, which is something that we talked about in the previous video. So make sure that you go back and watch that video as well, and make sure that you have a strong system in place to make your life so much easier. When it comes to creating a website for your food business, it's important to focus on creating an attractive and user-friendly design that aligns with your brand. This might include using high-quality images of your products, having a clean and easy to navigate layout, and providing clear and enticing descriptions. So like I said, if you go back to the playlist over on YouTube, then you'll see that we talked about how to write really enticing descriptions that will make people want to purchase from you, right? And we've got plenty of videos over on the YouTube channel, as well as how to take really good pictures of your products. And then of course, naturally, the layout is already there when it comes to having your store on Castiron, okay? So in addition to the design, it's also important to optimize your website for search engines, and Castiron has all of these things as well. And they've been doing some updates to the SEO side of running your website in the back end. And I'm sure Emily can kind of pitch in on what that looks like as well at the end of the session. Okay, so overall, a website that is both visually appealing and optimized for search engines can help you establish a dependable and trustworthy online image that draws in new customers and strengthens the loyalty of existing ones. Okay. Participate in events. Attending food festivals, trade shows, and community events can be a valuable way to promote your food business and connect with potential customers and partners. These events provide a platform for showcasing your products, learning about industry trends, and networking with other professionals in your field, as well as meeting those new potential customers. Make sure to keep in mind whether the event will connect you with your target market, though. So we've talked about developing your market and figuring out who your market is. So don't just go to any event just because somebody in a Facebook group was like, this should be the event that you participate in. Make sure that it's actually meeting that, connecting you with your potential target audience. All right. So if, again, you focus on kids' birthday parties and you find out that there is a toy convention that is for, I don't know, ages, newborn to middle school, and this is something that all the local kids go to as well as their parents, then yeah, you should participate in that event. But if this is something that is an adults only situation, conference, or whatever, that's a business conference just for adults, that may not be the event that you participate in unless you're just trying to get random one-off sales. If you're really trying to build your client base as well as build your brand in the industry of, birthday cakes, then you want to make sure that you participate in events where you can connect with that target audience. Okay. Make sure to keep in mind whether the event will connect you with your target market and bring you closer to your business goals. Networking effectively at these events will involve engaging with attendees, asking questions, and being prepared to talk about your business and explain your unique offerings. It's also important to collect contact information and follow up. This is like a key. Put an asterisk by this, because I see a lot of people who will participate in a bridal show or some farmer's market, and they don't have any way of collecting people's information. They don't have a name list where they're writing down their emails. They're not doing some type of giveaway that will promote people to give you their email address just in case they win. You have to have a way to collect their contact information, because otherwise it's just a missed opportunity. Okay. So it's important to collect contact information, and then after that, follow up with potential customers and partners after the event through email, text message, social media, carrier pigeon, whatever way you want to get in contact with them, whatever way is the most effective, connect with them. All right. Follow up. And that's like within, let's say if the event is on Saturday, then by Tuesday, you need to have something out to them that just says, hey, it was so nice to meet you at such and such event. I can't wait to, be able to help you out with your next celebration, however it is you want to say it. And it literally can be an email that you already have written up before the event even happens. And you just send it out and just maybe make a few tweaks, maybe add their name or maybe some personal detail that lets them know that you remember them. Okay. All right. Attending community events can help you build brand recognition, gain new customers, and connect with potential vendor partners. And when I say potential vendor partners, I mean event planners, maybe DJs, maybe florists, some other people who are surrounded in the industry that may be able to connect you with their customers that are now going to be new customers to you. Okay, it's an opportunity to network, not just have sales. By planning ahead, networking effectively, and following up with your new contacts, you can make the most of these events and expand your business. Loyalty programs. Creating a loyalty program can be an effective way to retain existing customers and attract new ones to your food business. These programs reward customers for their repeat business, often through discounts, free items, or other incentives. Effective loyalty programs can take many forms depending upon the needs and preferences of your customer base. When establishing your loyalty program, it's important to first define your program goals and then choose the rewards and incentives that best align with those goals. And it's funny that this point is coming up because I actually wrote a whole article about how to pick loyalty programs for your business. I actually wrote it for the retail bakers earlier this month or maybe last month. It's all blending together. But if you go to retailbakersofamerica.org, then you can read that blog post as well. All right. So you're going to go to the baked goods blog and it'll be there. So, and that's just my little side note, just in case you're interested in going down this road of what does it look like to pick a loyalty program that works for your business. Like I said, you want to make sure that your loyalty program lines up with your business goals. Okay. So for example, if you run an online bakery and your goal is to attract new customers and increase sales, you might offer a special discount or promotion to customers who refer their friends and family to your bakery because you're trying to get new customers. So the incentive is is offered to get new customers. Okay. The rewards and incentives you choose should align with your overall business goals and also appeal to your target audience. All right. So it's not going to work if nobody's interested in it. Finally, you'll need to communicate the details of your loyalty program to your customers, whether through social media, email marketing, or another marketing tool. I know today's session was about getting new business, but creating a loyalty program can also help you build a loyal customer base and increase repeat business. All right. So you can get repeat sales with a loyalty program as well. By choosing the right rewards, and promoting your program effectively, you can create a program that adds value for your customers and also drives your business growth. So I'm going to do a quick recap because I flew right through this. But before we go to the recap, I always have to do our updates and housekeeping. So on the blog, we have a new article talking about outsourcing your bookkeeping. Good housekeeping. Good Lord. Getting a housekeeper. Outsourcing your bookkeeping versus your in-house bookkeeping, and which is better for food businesses. I personally am an accountant. I do still do bookkeeping for some clients within the industry. And so explaining, what the difference is and what's going to be a better choice for you is all a part of that article over on castiron.me/blog. Okay. So if you feel like you're struggling with keeping your bookkeeping in order, and I know we're all bookkeeping is on the mind, especially because the tax deadline just came and went. So, if you are like, I can't continue to do this anymore, I don't trust my judgment when it comes to bookkeeping, definitely check out that article over on the blog. Okay. Also, May 3rd is Camp Castiron, which I'm super excited about because what a fun idea to have summer camp related to business. All right. And so it's a one-day virtual marketing summer camp where we'll work together and give you guys resources to help you with building your marketing toolkit. Okay. So it's not just myself. I'm part of this beautiful team of women bosses, and we're all talking about different aspects of business. I'm talking about SEO. They've got someone who's talking about copywriting, branding, social media, food photography, local networking, all the things. All right. So May 3rd, it is absolutely free. It is from 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Eastern. So you're just going to go to castiron.me/camp-castiron to sign up, like I said, for free. All right. Okay, and then our next session, which we will be talking about social media content ideas for food business owners, is going to be on May 30th, and it will be at 7 o'clock, which is our usual time. Recap of today's session: how to find new customers. First, you're going to define and identify your target market. Okay. Then you're going to be able to use social media to connect with new customers as well as building your brand at the same time. And then I want you to develop a strong online presence through a website that hopefully would be on Castiron, where you can also get money. All right. So if you have a Castiron store, that means that you can actually sell online and be able to, get some money in your pocket and get some money in your business. So, create an online store, an online website so that you can build your presence outside of social media, even though social media is important. Then you're going to participate in local community events such as food festivals, trade shows, that type of stuff, to connect with customers, as well as network with other vendors that could potentially connect you with their customers, which will be new customers to you. Okay. Then also another way is to create a loyalty program to retain your existing customers as well as attract new ones. All right. You want to make sure that your loyalty program has all the attributes of something that would be attractive to someone in your target audience, as well as meets your business goals. Any questions?
We do have a couple questions. So I'll let you hydrate and I'll send you the first question. So let's take a step backwards, because obviously we've got a lot of people who already have businesses, who already have made sales, have customers, maybe even repeat customers. But if you have no customers, like if you're just getting started or if you moved or something, what's one tip that you would share with them to find their very first customer?
I'm on the fence with that one. Because my gut first says networking, right? Just getting out and meeting new people, whether that is going to some type of business thing with the Chamber of Commerce, or whether it is getting active in your local community with a church or some type of other nonprofit organization, just being visible and available to folks. That's what my gut says. But then also at the same time, maybe that can go hand in hand with having community events that you get involved in. So whether that is a festival or a fair or some type of thing, just putting your business out in front of people. So maybe that's part of networking too. So that's why I'm on the fence.
No, those are good. I think like getting out, like being on social media is great. I would argue that it's essential for your business in 2023. But yeah, when you're just getting started, like there's so much noise on social media. You gotta really stop. Like the best way to stop someone is to literally like be in front of them and say, "Hey, I'm here. Do you want some cupcakes? You want some cookies? Like I'm your person. Like come
Absolutely.
to me when you have a birthday party or an event."
Absolutely. So I'll give you an example, right?
Yeah.
And this is why I feel like networking is such a big deal. When I first moved to Atlanta, I didn't have a cake business, but I was still doing like Sweet Fest and marketing and helping folks with that. But I also had more time to be in the kitchen, right? And so, I was trying new recipes, but all of a sudden now I have like all these cakes and all these cupcakes, and I need to get rid of them because I'm not trying to be on 600-pound life. So, what I did was I went to the leasing office at my apartment complex and I said, hey, if you guys ever need any, because they were doing like community events, like they would do things at the pool or they would do other networking things where the residents would come and hang out and just meet each other. And so I let them know, like, hey, I bake. I don't want to continue to have all this stuff in my house. So let me know if you guys ever need any treats or whatever, and we'll just kind of do it as like, I'm just providing baked goods for you guys, right? Like not like as a legit, like have to get cottage license, or it was literally just like, I need to get these out of my house, right? Like a potluck type of situation, even though they did kind of give me like a little bit of money on the side. But like, I feel like had I not built that rapport, like every time I would come and get like packages, you get your Amazon packages from the office and everything. Had I not built that rapport, then I would have never had that opportunity to kind of get my stuff out there. And from that, I did get like a handful of orders, like of people like, hey, my kid's having a birthday party or whatever. And I mean, wasn't like blowing my business up or even, not that I had a cake business, but it gave me the opportunity to put myself out there. And I'm sure had I actually gone hard in the paint on it, then I probably would have been able to build up something from there. But it was all about networking.
Yeah. Yeah. And man, if you can get someone to taste your food, like give them a sample.
Absolutely.
Like, the way to people's hearts is through their stomach, right? That's what they say.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I love it. Rachel asked any ideas for doing a loyalty program through Castiron specifically, which, I'll let you brainstorm on that for a second, Cyd, but love that question, Rachel. That's something that we've talked a lot about on the product team. We don't have like a formal, like, set up a loyalty program with Castiron. But one thing that came to my mind when I saw your question was using our coupons. So Castiron has built-in coupons. You can create, coupons that give a dollar amount off or that give a percentage off. So when I saw your question, I was thinking you could, if you wanted, you could create, like, especially if you do like higher priced, like products that take a longer time to create, you could, and like maybe you have a lower volume of customers, but you still have enough customers that you could create something like this. You could create custom coupon codes for your customers, or at least the ones who you think would be good candidates for it. You could do a small test before going all in. Create like, if Cyd was my customer and I was like, Cyd knows so many moms who will need baby shower cookies soon. Like, I could create the coupon code Cyd and say, hey, Cyd, if you, if I see that people are using coupon code Cyd, I'll give you $50 off your next order if you get me, a couple, like, I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine kind of thing. You obviously have to like think about your terms and like what would make sense for you and what's doable for your customers and stuff like that. But that was where my mind went.
Yeah, that's a good idea. It's almost like having your own influencer type program, but for people who, you kind of offer it like a limited offer for people who are like already your repeat customers, and you're like, hey, you're already, or you have discovered that people keep saying, hey, Emily sent me your way. Like if this is like the fifth time someone's like, Emily sent me your way, then I need to reach out to Emily and be like, hey, Emily, I'm just going to give you a code. And then, if people use this, then at least I'll know that that's where it came from. But then also on top of that, something that I thought of was that email sign up that is on Castiron. I mean, it would be just the first time, so it's not really necessarily a loyalty program. But I mean, it's something that you can use to at least incentivize people to connect with you as well.
Yeah, and there's no saying that you can't send out an email to your customers or to a select group of customers after they've signed up and say, hey, thanks for subscribing. Like, here's a surprise flash, deal. If you have like holiday cookies or something like that, if you say like, it might not even be based on real data, but like if you have a group and you send it to 20 people who've signed up to your list and say, hey, like, thanks, like you're one of my top customers, or you're like, you were randomly selected, like obviously in a way that's like not like Nigerian prince sending you his bank account information.
Right.
That might set off the Google spam filters, but make people feel special. Do a random like discount code or something, like if you want to move some product.
No, seriously. I mean, people like to feel, kind of special and personalized type of thing. And so, yeah, I think, doing like a random, selection once a month, even, I think would be fine. Yeah.
Yeah. We did get another question about, is there a cast iron 101? Cyd, I'll let you answer that one.
Okay, so we haven't specifically done a cast iron 101. I mean, I did do a couple of months ago, kind of like a walkthrough of how I would set up my store, and then even giving some tips that's kind of like, make sure you set up your files first before you get started, like if you want to save time. But there's not, I mean, of course, on the blog and even there's like a resource area that kind of walks through different steps of the process. There's a checklist when you first sign up for cast iron that basically says, make sure you input this information and now do this step. So there is that already built into the back end, but there's not like a cast iron 101 class that I would say.
No, there's not. But it's easy to get set up. That's really been our whole goal in creating cast iron, is to, make something that doesn't require a ton of time or a ton of effort or like a high level of tech knowledge. There's not someone to set it up for you, but if you sign up and go through the process, you'll see it's pretty easy. We, like Cyd mentioned, literally step by step, it tells you exactly what you need to do. It's as simple as, typing in a few things, adding products, and, connecting your to Stripe, our payment processor, so that you can get paid. And, a couple other things to make your store pretty, but really it is simple. That's our whole goal.
Yeah. And that question came from Kimberly, and Kim, I will tell you that checklist is golden too. Cause it's there for literally like step by step. Make sure you've done this one, make sure you've done this one. And then it's like, before you launch, boom, right? So you have this kind of like guide that walks you through as soon as you set up, as soon as you like create an account, it'll walk you through the steps. Mm-hmm.
Right. And no, we do not integrate with Square. We use Stripe as our payment processor. So, yeah, cool. Well, Cyd, any final closing thoughts? We've gone through our questions and we covered a lot of ground today.
We did. And I don't, like, every time I feel like I have so many, like literally was like over 60 slides. And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to get through this. And then I realized I talk really fast too. So, but I mean, my main thing, I know that today was more about getting new customers, but also like I really want to emphasize how important it is to maintain the relationships with existing customers as well. They talk about how it's more expensive to acquire new customers than it is to retain your existing customers, because your existing customers already know your services. They know, your morals, your values. They know your brand. They know how your product tastes. They know you. Okay. And so even though we are talking about getting new customers, and I want you to get new customers as an essential part of growing a business, but also you want to focus too on maintaining the relationship with the existing customers. And so that is, continuing to provide the quality content on your social media that is not geared just towards new business, but also adding value, helping with planning tips for a party, or letting people know the next event you're going to participate in so that they can come out and support you, because there still is that movement of people who want to be able to support, local businesses as well, or whatever the agenda is with your business, whether it is a minority-owned business or a woman business, or whether it is locally sourced and sustainable or vegan, or whatever it is your mission and community connects to, there are people out there who want to support that business. And so making sure that you take 10 minutes to write an email to tell people, hey, we're going to be over at such and such in the park this weekend. And then maintaining those relationships. Don't just focus on the sale and then they never hear from you again. And they always have to be the ones to reach out to you. Maintain those relationships. I think that's a very important piece of just expanding your business as well.
Yes. So easy to make sales with customers who are already happy with you.
Well, yes. Perfect. And then especially too, like, if you don't have your cast iron store set up, then let people know once you set it up, because most of them already know what the process was like ordering with you before. They knew that they had to DM you, or they had to send you an email or a text message. And now you're expressing to them, no, we've made it so much easier. We've got our cast iron store. You can just go to this link and you can, place your order with us. You can pick your delivery dates and all that kind of stuff, and you'll be put on my calendar. So expressing kind of like the growth parts of your business to them, because people also like to follow along with the story. I know, there's people that you follow, like for me, I follow comedians or actors or whatever businesses on social media, and then just to see them blossom as their business is growing, as their brand is building, people really do want to participate in that and be able to say, well, I knew I knew her when she was a home-based business, and now she's got her food truck and it's just been expanding. So people like to be involved in that as well. You may not realize it, you may not think that people care, but people actually do care. So yes. Continue to build that community and those connections, not just on social media, but also through your email, through text message, from your website, all that good stuff.
Yes. Be a part of your community, whether it's online or in person. I think that's key to growing your business.
Absolutely.
Great. Well, Cyd, thank you so much for sharing this. As always, cooking up sales is so much fun. Definitely a highlight of my month. So thank you everyone for joining us today. And Cyd, we'll see you next month.
Yes. Well, you'll see me at the Camp Cast Iron. I'll be there.
Yes, twice next month. It's a treat.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Emily. And thank you guys so much for hanging out either live or watching the replay. Thank you guys for taking the time to hang out with us and learn more about your business.
Yes. Bye, everyone.
Bye.